Well, Chris, this morning we're here to demonstrate our new tool called Core and More. And we really think this is a fabulous tool, especially for food prep in the kitchen. What do you think?
This tool, I have to tell you, Lisa, is remarkably versatile, as we're going to see in a little bit, because both of these ends are going to do some very different things in the kitchen, and really some jobs that I think you might not necessarily think of. So what do you say we start demoing this?
I think that sounds great. Where would you like to start?
Let's start with those strawberries.
Okay.
And one of the fastest things to do with this, with the coring end of this, is to take the hull off of the strawberry. That simple. It doesn't take too much of the hull off. Well, let's do one more. You just very simply sort of push the hull back a little bit and just sink it right in, right next to the hull, and out it comes that fast. And you can see how little you actually waste of the strawberry. You cut out very, very little of the flesh. So perfect for doing strawberries, all right?
Great.
Now let's take a look at the other end of this, the loop end, and it's going to do some really neat things. But first of all, it makes these fantastic melon balls, and we've all seen melon ballers before, but this particular tool is perfect because it makes beautifully shaped melon balls, and let me explain why. Because this is open on the end, you're able to take this and press it way inside of the melon before you start turning it. And see how easily that turns? And then very simply this comes right out, I pop it out, and that is a perfect melon ball. Again, the reason for that is that I'm able to take this and press it deep inside of the melon before I start turning it. Great for making different melon balls, all different, honeydew, cantaloupe, whatever. The other thing that this is fantastic for is creating these cucumber boats right here. And very simply, I can take this and scoop out the seeds just like this. Look at how effortlessly those seeds come right out of the cucumber. That fast. And by the way, you can serve food inside of here, or you could take this and you could slice this very, very thinly and use it for something like a cucumber salad. It's absolutely perfect. Now, last one over here, and this is, we have some nice jalapeno chilies over here, and you've probably been wondering, have you been wondering why I have these gloves on?
You know what, I have been.
Because I usually don't do a lot of cooking with the gloves on, but the reason is because we're going to be dealing with these chilies, and just something to remember, any time that you're dealing with chilies, you want to put some gloves on because they can burn your hands the same way that they're going to burn the inside of your mouth if you were just to, sort of eat this jalapeno. And so very, very important that you do that. If you don't wear gloves, be absolutely sure that you really very well wash your hands after dealing with the chili because, if you touch your eyes or something afterwards, it's very, very painful. So I have the gloves on.
That's good to know.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, you only make that mistake one time.
I'm sure.
So what I'm going to do is just take this jalapeno, I'm just going to cut the stem off and then cut this in half. Now, something that a lot of people don't know about chilies is that, we've all heard that the seeds are the hottest part of the chili. It's actually not true. The seeds are hot, but the hottest part of the chili is actually the white vein inside of the chili. And what people who are proficient in Mexican cuisine learned a long time ago is that you can control how hot you want a dish to be by simply pulling out the white vein and pulling out some of the seeds. And so look at how easy this is to do. We're going to take this and turn it over to the core end this time, and look at this. Just very simply, I can use those teeth to come right in here and scrape out the white vein and scrape out the seeds. And now what I've done is I have absolutely tamed the chili. It's not nearly as hot as it once was, and you're going to have all the flavor. One last thing, you don't necessarily have to pull all of the white vein out.
That's what I was going to ask you.
If you want a little heat and not, lots of heat, you can just very simply, again, using the coring end, you can take out some of the white vein, but you can leave perhaps some of it and some of the seeds inside of the chili, and now you sort of got a moderate heat.
I think the consultants are going to love this tool.
This is a winner.